trespassing, lying, or stealing. But this is the real world, and we have all three. These crimes have been a constant problem in Nigeria, and that's why Lieutenant Lamba started the company Jaffe Security Guard Incorporated. His business deals with protection of private firms, most primarily the University of Maiduguri. So this week, my group members for the Elizabeth security team, Galia, Joe, Aiden, and Carrie, and myself, were in contact with Lamba in order to try and help solve some of the problems that have come up with his small business.
The first problem that our business partner has is the communication between the guards. They lack it, and students don't trust each other as much as they should. So guards don't have the devices to communicate efficiently across the campus, and the UNIMED students don't trust each other at all. Like, let's say one of them will lend the other student some money. The next day, that student will come back and they'll reply like, yo, where's my money? And then the other friend will say, you know, what money did you give me? And so there's a bunch of mistrust. So the next challenge that we have is to improve the criminal investigation. Students aren't really confident in the security guards when it comes to them investigating crime. They don't want to tell them. So that's something that we need to tackle and fix. And the security guards aren't as efficient at the moment, and they need to be implemented to do that. And yeah, so this is something that our team needs to fix. So we thought long and hard about a solution.
So originally we were going to go with an idea that would be cheaper, but they'd be more expensive, such as using walkie-talkies or using tethers, but these are far too expensive. They don't have the budget to do this. So our solution has two parts of it. The first part is an anonymous tip line. An anonymous tip line is where students are able to call the security guards, and by doing so, they're able to do it anonymously, and they can report crimes, they can report suspicious activity, and they can give them tips. The other part of our plan is to have a telecommunications app, and that would be one that, there is one, a telecommunications app that students could use, that guards could use in order to contact each other, because using walkie-talkies or buying walkie-talkies for all of those security guard members would be very, very expensive. This is cheap. Roughly 80% of all security guards have some mobile phone that they can use. And this way, we're saving the firm money, and we're able to have the security guards communicate effectively.
So you might be wondering how we would implement this solution. Well, with the help of apps like WhatsApp or other cellular communication services, we can make this happen. We can seamlessly connect students and faculty with security. Also, with apps like WhatsApp, information sent is completely encrypted, making it a secure line. Also, students and faculty will be able to contact security by gaining the number from seeing posters that have been handed out to you and by hearing it on the student radio. Also, you might be asking, who would actually receive this tip? Well, at the moment, Jaffe Security employs over 10 intelligence officers who are right now implanted in the student body. These officers would be the ones receiving the tip, who would either pass on the information to the authorities or investigate the crime themselves. Furthermore, what I do want to say that Furthermore, I do want to say that this totally eliminates the need for any walkie-talkie or anything, because most guards already have smartphones.
To conclude, we went over communication problems and crime investigation. We all decided that those were appropriate solutions for the problems we were given. And we also believe that these are appropriate solutions to our situations that we were given, and they cost little to no funding, and that they will give our business a drastic increase in their capabilities. We all thank you for your time, and I really appreciate you guys giving us this opportunity.
Guys, quiet. Stella, all ears.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for taking your time to put this together. First and foremost, I have to applaud you for putting together this flyer. It's good. Even if I didn't hear anything else you said today, the flyer did this for me. Okay? So you did a good job. The design, the information you put out. Nigeria uses a lot of WhatsApp because it's cheaper to make. You can make calls, you do video conferencing, everything happens. I mean, you do video calls and people are able to. Everybody has the smartphones that we talked about, that you guys talked about, and everyone has WhatsApp. In fact, if you're looking for a way to keep in touch with people, do WhatsApp. You will be fine. So this definitely, I saw that and I was like, wow, this is good. That you picked up on that. And then, like I said, the points on the flyer were straight. Remember to lock your room and don't leave things unattended, just like you would have it any other place. And of course, I know you guys were a bit nervous, and sometimes you prepare, and you come out and you think you're forgetting everything, but you did a good job. You did a good research. I think there was a little thing the one about if somebody gave you trust issues, that's everywhere. Somebody gives you money. If I give you $100 today, you can't deny it tomorrow. You might tell me you don't have it to give it back, but at least the whole idea is if I steal it from you, it's another thing. You understand? So, but generally, you guys, you did a good job. Just, I guess, be better prepared next time. I know the nervousness and all. Well, this sold so this.
Okay. You guys covered everything I think that you needed to in this. You talked about the problems you have with communication, trust, and investigation. You talked about the ways to address each of those problems. And all the things were really good. The tip line, the telecommunications, using the apps, and the encrypted app, which is a problem, integrating the schools, the students, and the guards. I mean, you guys nailed it in terms of the solution. Now I'm going to be Simon Cowell for it, okay? And if you don't know who Simon Cowell is, see me afterwards. But the only thing was almost every one of you was nervous. And I don't blame you, because everybody's come up here and done a great job, and you had a great thing, and you just got nervous, okay? So let me give you a little bit of advice here. This is what I do, and I get nervous a lot, and you guys probably tell that. But at any rate, you have to relax, breathe deeply, take a few deep breaths, okay? And then right now, let me just say this. I go back to a TED thing that I saw with Amy Cuddy, and I mentioned this to another group. I don't think I mentioned it to y'all, but I think it's really important. You can tell by how somebody feels by just looking at them, their posture, and especially the facial expressions. If you guys could have a mirror right now and see yourself, you would see that why you were nervous, okay? You can see the nervousness on you right now looking at you. Well, the point Amy Cuddy made is you can tell how people feel by looking at them, but by breathing deeply, standing straight, and thinking, and being happy and grateful for being here and being able to do what you're doing and the contributions you're making to this program, by just doing that, you can change your attitude and how you feel and be positive. And there's no reason you should be nervous or unhappy with the presentation you just gave. You guys nailed in terms of the topic and everything else. Thank you very much for a great job, for all your work.
So I was not really troubled by the being relaxed or not. That's something you're going to work on, and you're going to get better, and you're going to have good days and bad, and people that are entirely prepared at every moment. So I think what struck me and what I thought was incredibly powerful was your solution. It was a very simple solution. It was a powerful solution. And at the end of the day, if I'm considering funding your proposal, I'm funding the proposal. I'm not funding the presentation. So you do need to work on presentation. All of you do. We all do constantly, even people who do this for a living. But what you're really focused on is how solvent and realistic the proposal is. And you had a very good one. You also gave unique details about the company that you're working with. I think one of you mentioned that there were 8 security officers that are in the university, that are with the students. Immediately, that got me thinking, and that gave me a little more perspective. I wanted to know more, so that's something that you should feel comfortable doing a little bit more of. Tell me who you're working with. Give me maybe a bit of a better sense of the company and what it's trying to do. But other than that, I thought it was a very good solution. It's something that sounded like you knew your customer, and certainly something that deserves a lot of support. So thank you.
Right. First thing first, the idea of using the social media is actually very effective because just like Stella said, that almost everybody in Nigeria that has an Android phone is using WhatsApp, and it's the most easiest way to actually send a message. So that you can be able to capture video and send it quickly. You can be able to take like voice message and send it quickly. So this is actually a very brilliant idea. I love it. And the other thing that actually drew my attention is the connection you're trying to build between the security company and the student actually to work together in terms of fighting the security. It's actually a best idea. I love it. Because if students can take responsibility of reporting anything they see, anywhere, definitely is going to help them to be very, very effective. And my hope is that maybe this thing, I don't know, maybe you make it in terms of maybe for the security companies to place it in many places, like, to draw their attention and stuff like that. One thing that is missing here is just their logo. So that it will, people will know that this is coming directly from your, from Jaffe Security Company whatsoever. So it's really, really amazing. I mean, not the logo of the university, the logo of Jaffe Security, and then maybe put their phone numbers or whatsoever that they can contact them on the WhatsApp. So this is actually a very, very good plan, and I love all the ideas because it's like you are exposing them to something that they have it around them, and they just have to make use of it. So nice job. Thank you.
So you guys did a really good job. A lot of you are doing this for the first time. To make you feel better, the first time a curveball was thrown at me in baseball, I broke my hand, I swung and hit the ball. It's easy the second time, but easier the third time, easier the fourth time. When I broke my hand, I got up and swung again, broke it a little bit more, the doctor said. You guys didn't quit. That's what matters. A ton of kids, other schools, other places, go left. You have a lot of heart, you pushed it. Not everyone can do that. That makes me want to listen to your proposal, that makes me want to read your proposal more, because you guys believe in it so much. You're overcoming your fears, everything you went through this week to get it done because you care about your business partner so much. That's not something that not people have. So I just want to clap for you. It's amazing, guys.
Join the International Leadership and Business Summit. Transform the world.